Well, hello, it's Carlos, and today I'm going to take you on a different run. I am still in Cullera, but I am planning to do a loop, similar to the loop that I did yesterday with my brother. But today, instead of walking, I'm going to be running. Pablo is a confirmed non-runner. Even though he is a serious daily dog walker, where he lives in Haywards Heath in Sussex. He takes his dog every day to the woods for a walk. He's just turned 60 now, so he is quite happy with his life. I've just run past the Benevent restaurant, and I'm running up towards the first shortcut across the tip of the peninsula, taking me to the road to the North Beach. I plan to be using the pause button. Hola. Just saw the woman from the Casa Borrasca, which is a rival bar to Eddie's. There might be a bit of dog barking in a second. Nope, I got away with it. Normally this section is hounded by two guard dogs. Their bark is worse, I assume, than their bite.
Oh, come on now, this is quite absurd. I'm sorry, I do not want the omelette.
It's nice.
I don't want the bloody thing. I sent it back once.
Yes, give it to me.
I fail to see how this sort of thing can happen.
There, I've torn it up. You'll never see it again.
All I wanted was a cheese salad.
There's two pot in one cheese salad. There we are, sir. I'm so glad everything is to your satisfaction.
No, it is not. It is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you are supposed to be running a hotel.
My, that does no good.
Yes, I've had the omelette, and then I had a prawn cocktail with a bloody silly name.
Look at that cheddar. It's delicious.
Then I had a plate of stew, and then the bloody omelette again.
Yes, well, can we keep it down?
Well, I mean, all I wanted was a cheese salad. It wasn't as though I'd ordered an elephant's ear on a bun, was it? I mean, the whole thing is... It's ridiculous.
Well, I'm glad we sorted
for a
it all
man
out.
who's
Yes,
supposed to be running a hotel, your behaviour is totally incorrect.
Is there anything else? Oh,
Look at that cheese. Stop it. It's all right.
He's only joking.
Don't worry. A bit of cheese went the wrong way.
Never mind, he's fainted. Poor chap. Bit of cheese. Yes, please.
Now you find me on the road past the lighthouse. This is why this promontory is called Faro, because Faro is a lighthouse. And I guess because it sticks out into the med, there was a need for a lighthouse. to show the navigators the safe passage along the coast. Today it's one of the calmest and stillest days that I have been here. The first week started hot and clear, and then the wind was the feature when Alan arrived. And then after that, it got a little bit chilly and the wind shifted. The wind shifted to the Levante. The wind shifted from the southwest to the northeast. So it was blowing south across the coast, whereas before it was blowing north from the land to the sea. I just heard, well, you probably heard her too, the 1 kilometer announcement. There was a slight haze in the upper atmosphere, which is a pleasant break from the broiling sun. I noticed that both Alan and my brother Pablo had some signs of sun exposure. But that is a common misconception. Even if it's windy, the sun still burns the skin. Me, on the other hand, because I run every day, I'm always exposed to quite a lot of sunshine. I don't really change color too much. That is why my bandana line is so noticeable. My skin below my bandana line never changes color, and the skin above my forehead is my natural, unexposed skin color. You can hear the gentle waves coming in on my right. I'm just running past the bronze statue of the Ninfet, very close to Anna and Alan's summer apartment. This was where I had to bring the laundry to the other day before my extended run on the sender. I will pause my recording for a little while now until I get away from the noise of the sea. Until later, my friends. Hola. I saw them yesterday on the beach.
Oh, your horse, it wins.
Manuel, you know nothing.
You always say, Mr. Faulty, but I learn.
What?
I learn.
No.
I get better.
No, you don't understand.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do understand that.
You know nothing about the horse.
I know nothing about the horse.
Yes.
Which horse? Which horse I know nothing?
My horse, nitwit.
Your horse, Nitwit.
No, dragonfly.
It won.
Yes, I know.
I know it won, too.
What?
I put money on for you. You give me money, I go to betting shop.
Yes, I know.
Why you say I know nothing?
Look.
You know the horse? Nitwit or Dragonfly?
Dragonfly, that isn't a horse called Nit. You're the nitwit.
What is with Nit?
It doesn't matter. Look, it doesn't matter. Oh, I could spend the rest of my life having this conversation. Now, please try to understand before one of us dies. I try. You're going to forget everything you know about Nitwit.
No, Dragonfly.
Dragonfly, yes.
Si. Eventually.
What?
Eventually. At the end.
No. Forget it now. Now? Well, pretend you forget.
Pretend?
Well, don't say anything to anyone about the horse.
I know that. You tell me that this morning.
So don't do it again. Yes, sir.
So I am closing in on the 3-kilometer stage of this run, heading inland on the east side of the mountain ridge. There are just so many similarities to my running here compared to my running in Victoria that is almost uncanny. You just have to substitute the ridge and the sender for Mount Doug and Whitaker trails. I'm running beside an irrigation canal heading still further inland, away from hopefully the cars and the surf of the ocean. This would correspond to running along Blenkinsop Road back home. This is exactly the route that Pablo and I walked yesterday, and almost exactly the same route as Alan and I cycled last week. Okay, so I've reached the Blenkinsop turnoff, which here is called La Première Cota, which means the first cut. Behind the ridge, on the sea level, there are 2 ways to get across. One is this one, which is the first cut, and surprise, surprise, the next one would be the second cut. This one, because it hugs the foot of the hill closer, there is a little more elevation change. That noise was a middle-aged woman on a very well-pointed road bike heading up this small hill. Going this way, I should not have to break into a hike for any of the hills. Volkswagen, BMW, Fiat. Yesterday, Pablo and I logged about 7 kilometers on our walk to the station, and I should be coming up on 3 very soon.
Evening. Okay, if you insist. What? By all means, be my guest. Thank you. I want a taxi. Polly, would you arrange a taxi, please?
It's in a bag.
Is your veal,
In her bag.
In her bag? What? Excuse me.
Do you know where you're going to?
Can you recommend a restaurant?
Yes, of course. What sort of,
Yes, where is somewhere that serves really good veal, Polly? Somewhere in the...
Veal, yes, of course. A really good restaurant. No, wait just a minute, because I do remember a place where I had some really good veal once. Only I just can't think of the name of it. It was, la-di-da. Did you see Annie Hall? La-di-da.
Annie who?
Oh. What are you doing?
What?
He had his hand in my bag.
What? No, You know something. You're getting my gander up, you grotty little man. You're asking for a bunch of fives.
Bomb scare.
What?
There's been a bomb scare.
A bomb scare? Yes.
Yes, that's why he was searching in your bag. He didn't want to alarm you.
May I?
Well, I don't really...
Just one moment. Thank you.
We had a call, you see.
Well, shouldn't you get everybody out?
Well, that's why we were looking under your table. We just didn't want to draw attention.
Waiter. Waiter.
Un momentito.
Some cheese and biscuits and a coffee, please.
Anything to follow?
I've ordered some cheese and a coffee.
Certainly. Coffee, please, Cyril. Here we are, Mr. Carnegie. Polly, would you get the biscuits, please?
Here they are, Porter.
Cheddar, Danish blue, Edam.
A little Danish blue, please.
Certainly. Edam?
No, thank you.
Biscuits? Would you care for a rat? Just the biscuits then, please, Polly.
Black or white? Black or white?
Black, please. Is that it?
There we are. Here are the biscuits. Green crackers, digestives, Ribena. I'm afraid it started to rain again.
I'm running downhill now after having climbed for about 500 yards. I've now got about the same as a gentle downhill. The cinder cliffs and trail are way off to my east, and the Mediterranean is... Actually, I got that wrong. The cinder is to the south of me now. I'm heading towards the Museum of Rice. That's right, rice. This area is famous for its paddy fields. The alluvial floodplain of the river Turia has left some very rich farmland. And because it's so flat, they have managed to flood the fields when there is more water. Not this time of the year, but later there will be some more activities around flooding the fields and planting the rice. They get 4 crops a year here. Heading back up again towards the, let's see what it's called, Urbanización Bonavista, which means the urbanization with the good view. Bonavista, good view. We're getting back into the residential side of this mountain range. This is away from the ocean. These people are looking over the rice fields, and Valencia way off to the north. The dogs here are trained to bark, but not to bite. They're all contained behind walls and fences as I make one of the last climbs, running beside a nice solid whitewashed wall, which will be a very good acoustic feature to my left. I still haven't had to hike any of these hills. The sound of the car ahead is a Citroen 2CV. Hola. Yeah, I kind of took him by surprise, even though I haven't surprised any dogs today. They must be having their breakfast. There is a runner striding towards me. Hola. Gave me a good, friendly runner's smile as I approach the 5-kilometer mark. When I get closer to the station, I will be taking a few back roads to avoid the main traffic area. So on the next kilometer, I will pause this recording once again. Here comes the 2CV. The 2CV, which means 2 cheval, which is 2 horsepower. That was originally the size of it. 2 horsepower engine. Very much like the moped of the cars. I'm not sure if I ever told you why the Italians developed the motor scooter, but the story goes that after World War II, the Italians inherited 500,000 tail wheels from the American Mitchell bombers that the Americans did not wish to take back with them. So, with this little gold mine of rubber, they figured out that the best use for these wheels would be to develop a people's vehicle, a cheap alternative to the car, and also a vehicle that women could ride with skirts. Hence the step-through design and the small wheels of the Vespa and the Lambretta. So, as I get closer and closer to town, I will stop this recording once again at 11 o'clock. Only to start it later as I get into town.
Good morning, madam. Can I help you?
Are you the manager?
I am the owner, madam.
What?
I am the owner.
I want to speak to the manager.
I am the manager too.
What?
I am the manager as well.
Manager, geen manager.
You're what?
I'm the manager.
What?
I'm the manager.
Yes, I know. You've just told me. What's the matter with you? Now, listen to me. I booked a room with a bath. When I book a room with a bath, I expect to get a bath.
You've got a bath.
I'm not paying £7.20 per night, plus VAT, for a room without a bath.
There is your bath.
You call that a bath? It's not big enough to drown a mouse. It's disgraceful.
I wish you were a mouse on a tree.
And another thing. I asked for a room with a view.
Deaf, mad, and blind. This is the view as far as I can remember, madam. Yes, this is it.
When I pay for a view, I expect something more interesting than that.
That is Torquay, madam.
But it's not good enough.
Well, may I ask what you were expecting to see out of a Torquay hotel bedroom window? Sydney Opera House, perhaps? The hanging gardens of Babylon? Herds of wildebeest sweeping majestically?
Don't be silly. I expect to be able to see the sea.
You can see the sea. It's over there between the land and the sky.
I need a telescope to see that.
Well, may I suggest that you consider moving to a hotel closer to the sea? Or preferably in it.
Right. Now, listen to me. I'm not satisfied, but I've decided to stay here. However, I shall expect a reduction.
Why? Because Krakatoa's not erupting at the moment, or...?
Because the room is cold. The bath is too small. The view is invisible, and the radio doesn't work.
No, the radio works. You don't.
What?
See if I can fix it, you scabby old bat. I think we got something then.
What?
I think we got something then.
What are you doing?
Don't think me rude, but may I ask, do you by any chance have a hearing aid?
A what?
A hearing aid!
Yes, I do have a hearing aid.
Would you like me to get it mended?
Mended? It's working perfectly all right.
No, it isn't.
I haven't got it turned on at the moment.
Why not?
The battery runs down. Now, what sort of a reduction are you going to give me on this room?
60% if you turn it on.
What?
My wife handles all such matters. I'm sure she will be delighted to discuss it with you.
I shall speak to her after lunch.
You heard that all right, didn't you?
What?
Thank you so much. Lunch will be served at 12:30.
As I ran back through the old part of town on the sunny side of the street, mainly because it is quieter on this side. Hola. And there's less sleeping dogs. They are sleeping on the narrower shady side of the street. Valencia is getting ready for the feria. They have banners on the street corners showing the symbol of the bat. The bat is the symbol of Valencia. I have to finish this run in Consum. I have to box a little clever here because I'm running across a traffic island in the middle of town. Cars are kind of swooping around me. Not too many. They've seen me before, I'm pretty sure. As I head towards the banks of the River Cullera.
You've got a lot on your mind. We didn't want to worry you, Mr.
What do you mean, a public health inspector coming? After a 24-hour warning and a rat loose in the hotel, is that what you mean?
He must have escaped, Mr. Faulty, and come back.
Come back.
They home.
Oh, I see. He's a homing rat, is he?
Oh, yeah. Rats are amazing creatures, Mr. Faulty. I read about one once. His owner had gone down to Penn's ants.
Yes, I read about that. When the chef got filleted with his own carving knife.
No, honest. Scout's honour.
We'll find him, Mr. Faulty.
Well, if you could, that would be lovely before they close us down. Super. Well, let's have a little basil hunt, shall we? And then we'll deal with the sackings later on.
I'll do the cellar.
I'll do this floor. Manuel, you check your room.
It's not in the bar, Polly. It was there 2 minutes ago. I'll do the kitchen.
I've done all them.
Oh, Mr. Carnegie, good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Faulty.
Oh, hello. Nice to see you.
Would you like coffee before we adjourn to...
No, thank you. If we start upstairs with the water tanks.
Ah, good idea.
What?
Good thinking about starting upstairs. Sybil, would you like to show Mr. Carnegie?
I was just going to, Basil.
Yes, and I'll keep an eye on things down here. Shall I see if I can find something to be getting on with?
God! What was that?
Bloody television exploding again.
That was a gun!
Yes, it did sound like it, didn't it?
What is going on here?
I'll get him. He'll come back to the nuts, you know. He was sniffing around here just now.
Sorry, Mabel. It wasn't the television at all. It was just this gun. I put it under lock and key straight away.
Why was he firing it in the hotel?
Starlings, shooting starlings.
In the bar?
No, through the window. I'll lock it away.
Is it licensed?
Oh, yes.
You do realise that under the Health and Safety Act it is your responsibility?
Oh, yes, I'm terribly sorry. It's never happened before, Mr. Carnegie.
Well, I shall have to notify the police, of course. They will take steps.
¿Qué ha pasado?
It's all right, Manuel.
Is he all right?
Yes, he's all right.
He's not dead?
No, it was just the Major letting the gun off.
The Major tried to kill Basil?
Kill Basil?
No, not Mr. Faulty. I mean Basil, my little...
Ratatouille.
Basil, the little...
Ratatouille. The chef calls the ratatouille basil because he puts quite a lot of basil in it.
He put Basil in the ratatouille?
Yes!
He's from Barcelona.
The unmistakable sound of an elementary school as I approach the bridge over the Cullera. I'm on my side of the river, so I don't have to go over the bridge. I can go under the bridge to see my Romanian friends if they're still there. I suspect they will be. They tend to hang out under bridges. Yep, they're there. The Romanians, they called me El Deportista last time, which means the sportsman. Hola. They meant a few words, these Romanians, with their dogs and their backpacks. I'm now running down the slope of the bridge back towards the roundabout. You can see why Cullera was a well-defended town, what with the mountainside and the castle on the top and the Martello Towers along the beach. There was a natural border of the river that they had to cross before they could attack the people of the town. This would be the Barbary pirates from the Moroccan coast of Africa. I'm running across a little bit of scrubland, which will cut the corner off as I'm going to be heading towards the beach in a second. I don't need to follow the cars anymore. As their sound fades to the left of me.
My book. Hello. I am English. Hello. How are you, sir? I can speak English. Hello, Major. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
It's a beautiful day today.
Is it? Oh, yes, I suppose it is.
Yes, I can speak English. I learned it from a book.
Did you? Did you really? Oh, they are, Faulty.
Yes, I'm just going to open up, Major.
Oh, fine. I say that's a remarkable animal you have there, Faulty. Where did you get it?
Samson's in the town.
Really? Well, was it expensive?
£12, I think.
Good Lord. Japanese, was it?
Canadian, I think, Major.
I didn't know the Canadians was clever as that. My God.
He started early.
Now you find me running on the promenade, heading towards Consum. 10 kilometers? Okay, I believe you. So I have 2 more to go. Hola, Luis. Muy bien. ¿Estás haciendo su ejercicio?
Voy andando y haciendo footing.
Very good, very good. Esta noche pasaré por su bar.
Muy bien, cuando usted quiera.
Bueno, hace bien. Hace bueno hoy.
Hace muy bueno, sí. Hace muy buen día.
Menos viento.
Exacto, sí. Hoy hace mejor día. Depende, el fin de semana se va y ya viene buen tiempo.
Ok. Yo me voy el miércoles.
¿Ya? ¿Tú vas?
Sí. A Inglaterra y después a Irlanda.
Ah, Irlanda.
Y después de Irlanda vuelvo a Londres y de Londres hasta Canadá.
Canadá.
Sí.
Muy bien.
Hasta esta noche.
Venga, nos vemos, chao, tío.
Adiós. So that was Luis, Eddie's brother. He was doing his exercise today. He was doing walking and then footy, whatever that is. I guess it might be some kind of soccer drills. He was sweating a fair bit. Mind you, so am I. Well, I'm glad I got his voice recorded today. I'm doing everything a little bit earlier than usual. This is going to be my Wednesday show, which will probably be post-dated for release either on Wednesday morning or sometime around Tuesday. It'll be loaded up for release tonight when I go to Eddie's bar. I will be loading it at medium quality, so it will be basically a one beer upload. At the highest quality, it would be a 3 or 4 beer upload, and I really don't need to spend that much time in Eddie's bar. He's seen me pretty much every day since I've been here. I can just about double my data bills with my beer bills. Beer here is €1.50 in a bar for a third of a litre, and in Consum it's €1.65 for a litre. So it's just about a third of the price. He probably makes €1 for every beer he sells me. Probably more.
Hot dog. This is typical. Absolutely typical. The kind of arse I have to put up with from you people. You punts in here expecting to be hand-weighted on hand and foot while I'm trying to run a hotel here. Have you any idea of how much there is to do? Do you ever think of that? Of course not. You're too busy sticking your noses into every corner, poking about for things to complain about, aren't you? Well, let me tell you something. This is exactly how Nazi Germany started. Lay about with nothing better to do than to cause trouble. Well, I've had 15 years of pandering to the likes of you, and I've had enough. I've had it. Come on, pack your bags and get out.
They're packed.
Order 10 taxis, will you? I'll pay for them.
Come on, come on.
What?
Out. Everybody out. Come on upstairs, pack your bags. Adios, out.
But the training!
Well, you should have thought of that before, shouldn't you? Too late now. Come on out. Rouse. Rouse. Rouse.
What are you doing?
Well, let me explain, my little workhorse. The guests and I have been having a bit of an old chinwag, and the upshot of it all is they're off.
Off?
Well, let me put it this way, dear. Either they go or I go. Right, come on back, everybody. My wife's had a better idea. Come on back. I'm going instead. Well, goodbye, dear. It's been an interesting 15 years, but all good things must come to an end. I hope you enjoy your new work here, helping to run a hotel. Goodbye, Major. Goodbye, ladies. Give my regards to Polly and Manuel. Bye, dear.
You've forgotten your keys, Basil.
So I have, dear, yes. Oh, and goodbye to the rest of you. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Don't forget any complaints. Don't hesitate to tell my wife. Any hour of the day or night, just shout. Bye!
Prolific producers, but Jim, I believe, has outdone us all. I think Jim's contribution was about a third of the show, to tell you the truth. I got my 3 minutes worth in. Norman got his 3 minutes worth in. I enjoyed hearing from some of the other regulars. I think with Jim, it's a matter of feast or famine. Because of his sporadic work schedule, he has some issues with producing evenly spaced content. So he tends to blitz the airwaves when he can. And then we won't hear from him for a good while. Mind you, he has had a fair amount of weather to talk about. Talking about the weather here would get kind of repetitious, but it has been sunny and hot, double digits for my entire stay, with 4 days of wind in the middle. So, to cut this recording off just around here, I would just say that the Wednesday show will probably be coming out early this week. This is the running jackal running towards his favorite supermarket along the Promenade in Spain. Bye-bye.